what's this accent? You fucking cunt. You fucking cunt.
That's definitely like some UK shit.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of.
Oi, you blatant cunt.
I got that accent from. Tom Hardy
Oh yeah.
in Bronson. You fucking cunt.
I wonder what maybe Scumbag could tell us what the accent that Tom Hardy uses. That's like
He
what
said
do
it
they call?
is.
Oh, it is what?
He said it is.
Oh, it is a UK shit.
Yeah. I don't
Oi,
fuck you, fucking cunt. That's all I can say. That's all I know.
I love that. Oh, happy New Year to you too, Gabe.
You
Thanks for
fucking
joining us, bro.
blimey fucking cunt. I don't know. I just hear a lot of like, what cunt, you bloody cunt.
You blatant Dublin cunt.
Well, hello, my corny friends.
Well, that's more North London. I'm South though.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Maybe,
I have to look that up.
Maybe that's more like the Beatles. Maybe that's more like the Beatles
I have
accent.
no clue, man. I know the difference between North and South in America. That's about it.
Yeah. And you do like a tough guy, New York type of guy. Hey, I'm a New Yorker. Hey, I'm a Yankee.
Fucking tough guy. No, that's a little more. Yeah, fucking tough guy.
All right, man. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
We got some people. All right, go ahead and hit it, man.
Is it the end of the world?
Yes.
Yes, it is the end of the world. And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid, juggalo world for us all to enjoy. We'll never die.
What did it change?
What did it do?
What? Yo! Welcome. It wouldn't be Deck One Dealt without a technical difficulty immediately.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's because I switched to the soundboard as it was doing that.
It's possible.
Really?
Maybe. Welcome, everyone. My name is Kyle, a.k.a. Keezy, if you'd like.
Yes, sir. I'm Carver Loyo.
And this is Deck One Dealt. This is Deck One Dealt. It's the Juggalo podcast.
It is the.
I mean, if you're going to listen to a Juggalo podcast, listen to Juggalo Rewind, then listen to us.
So when you say the over the, does that like make it more official? Like the
Yes.
something
It does, I
is
think.
better than the something?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
This is the Deck One Dealt.
The. What about duh?
Duh, Deck One Dealt.
Like DA.
Duh. No, that's how you know that you're super unofficial.
Yeah.
So welcome,
Well,
y'all.
that's how I like it.
Welcome, y'all. We back after a few weeks off. Life, holidays, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I would say it was a needed break for me. Like I just needed to get off everything. I have not been present on social media whatsoever.
And just so y'all know, like, all right, look, everybody who is a member of the Discord and shit knows that you're a rare occurrence in there.
I drop in from time to time. I try to. I'll start reading stuff and I'll start to get excited. And
So in real life, Carver's the same way. He drops in like a thief in the night, like eventually, and like he just lives his life and disappears, and like you don't know what's going on with him most of the time.
yeah, I can be like that. I know it's not a great thing all the time, but yeah,
I didn't mean it as a detriment. You're
Well,
just,
yeah.
I've known you like 20 years, bro. That's just like kind of how it is.
I meant it like that. It hasn't served me well most of the time.
Well, we can count on you, but you are like you're very slippery.
Well,
It's hard to keep a hold on you. You slip right out of our slip right through our finger cracks.
well, takes a lot of lube to be like that.
You're slimy.
Yeah. I am slimy. I'm a slimy snake. No, but no, I needed I just needed to get, I stayed offline for the most part, haven't been on social media, just a couple weeks, got sick, but I promise, I I have some art obligations that I'm going to be finishing up, and
Cartoon Nightmare number 6.
Yeah, I got that coming.
Oh, it's looking good.
You know, I got some over the holidays. I do get hit up from multiple people that want art pieces. I mean, it happens. So and what really sucks is this year, man, I just got sick, and wintertime is brutal on me. I don't know what the fuck it is. If I'm like the sun goes away and I'm like the overcast days just fucks me up. I don't know, but that rain comes and I'm shit melts in the rain. So when it's bad here, you know what I mean. I ain't doing good.
I feel it, man.
But I'm gonna get back on that, and you know what I mean. I'm gonna get my creative bug going again, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you're sick like that, you're not worth a lit fart in a wool mitten.
You damn right.
But I'm definitely a Juffalo.
We know. Speaking of Juffalos, we as Juffalo as the spokesperson for Juffalos,
Snuffleupagus.
Deck Wendell is the spokespeople for Juffalos, and as the spokespeople, we have to admit that, we are not allowed to go to Juggalo, Ohio.
What?
We're not allowed to go
Go where?
to Juggalo, Ohio.
Juggalo, Ohio.
Yeah, that's Ouija Mac's gathering. He's starting. If you didn't know, Ouija Mac's starting his own gathering.
Well, I would hate to be him because that's a long. Okay, here in Ohio we do the OHIO. Imagine doing that Juggalo, Ohio. Is that one word?
Yeah.
How would you do it? Because we do, everybody does the OHIO.
Yeah.
So how would you do that with the Juggalo, Ohio as one word?
That would be very obnoxious. If anyone
JUGGA. How do you spell the rest?
who knows? You will not catch me at Juggalo, Ohio. Unless you want to go there and do some Andrew Callahan style reporting on it. But that's up to you, man. I would be down to do that. But I have no interest in purchasing a ticket or walking into the doors of Scully's that day.
I could guess the type of people that are going to come from the certain sides of town here in Columbus that are going to go to those shows. And don't get me wrong, I have friends that live on those certain sides of town, and
Ouija Mac adjacent type folk.
yeah,
Ouija. I like calling Ouija. I think DC Fago I said we should start calling Ouija.
Ouija Mac. Ouija.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, I hope they have fun. I didn't really know much about it. You were
Yeah.
telling me a little bit about it before the show. Have fun. Scully's is a pretty cool place.
We performed there.
We have performed there. I've actually gotten a fight there one time. And it was bullshit because I didn't even know what was going to happen. My other buddy Shane was actually he was talking to somebody and saying I was talking about them, and he started it. My own friend started it.
So wait, first of all, why were y'all at Scully's?
We're doing 80s ladies night or something.
Okay.
I was out with some girl, and
This is when you lived over on Indianola.
yeah, I was single at the time, and yeah, that was the last time I was there. I got a
Wow.
fucking fight and kicked out.
Wow. That's crazy.
And I literally knew what was not happening. I was having fun. Next thing you know, I'm turning around and some dude swinging on me.
Man, I will say this. That place pissed me off, though, because, I'm the one. I emailed the owner or whatever, the booker guy, to get us shows there,
Yeah.
I remember. And he was this kind of, speaking of slimy, snaky type of guys, he
Yeah.
was.
Oh yeah, I remember that dude.
He was
He
very.
reminded me of a Paul, Paulie. What's the dude from ECW?
Paul Heyman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great.
Kind of remind me of a Paul
Yeah.
Heyman character.
That's great. He kind of looked like, he had a Gene Simmons kind of greasy look
He had
to
a
him.
Gene Simmons gimmick.
Yeah, yes, he did
Yeah.
have that. He you threw me off. But yeah, I remember he pissed me off because he was like, y'all, he's like, you just need to make sure you have enough openers so that y'all can keep the show going until 1 a.m. And we're like, oh, okay, I guess. So we hired 3 fucking openers. Our homie Hatred
I remember that, yeah.
came from out of town. We did our own opening thing with remember Finale did a thing, and then me and Nate did a part. You and
Yeah.
Chris.
Well,
We did all that shit. But what sucked about that show which I know we performed there a couple times. But my whole point in telling this is it pissed me off because he told us that we needed to fill till 1 a.m. and then the motherfucker cuts our mics off and turns the lights on halfway
Yeah.
through our set. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, we weren't selling enough beer, probably.
I guess not. It was like 1:30 by then.
Fucking
but-
crap.
yeah. Fuck that guy. That's all I gotta say.
There weren't enough people drinking there.
Yeah.
If you guys go out and see your friends play at shows, which is usually the only people that go,
Yeah.
you know, buy beer. You know, at least it'll make the fucking bartenders happy.
I know the people. First of all, we weren't even old enough to buy beer. I don't think.
Oh, I was.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe we were, but nevertheless, like I remember people were there in like the front, like hating on us and shit. Like, or not us, but remember we had like those metal acts open for us and shit.
Yeah, I
They
do
suck.
remember that.
They
yeah.
did suck though. Anyways,
Yeah, we tried to do a thing. You know, let's do metal. Let's do I mean, fuck polka music. I don't give a shit. Let's do something. You know, let's mix it up. But you know, people weren't having it.
that place is cool though. I will admit,
Yeah, I like Scully's.
it's a cool spot. I think Twisted performed there the last couple times they came.
Oh. Ouch.
I mean, come on,
Yeah.
man. You ain't down? You ain't down with Twisted like that?
Damn, team. I don't know.
It's
It's a small place. We played it. You know what I mean?
Gage said, "I'll go if
come on.
y'all go."
I don't know, man. I think I'm. Oh, man, I'm busy that day. Shit.
I definitely
yeah,
busy that day.
I got something going on that day.
I have like video games to play that day.
Yeah.
Already planned it out. Sorry.
I gotta call for a.
You call for a record?
Yeah, I got a record. I got to call for a record that day.
Man. But yeah, man, Juggalo High, that got announced I think just a couple days ago, but it's weird that it's so soon. But he did say this. He posted on Twitter that he's like, "We do have a special guest coming, and if I said who it would have already sold out. But it's just going to be for the real ones that actually trust in us and show up." People were speculating if it was ICP.
It would already have sold out. You want it to sell out? You're come the fuck on.
I said I would buy that, but Ouija Mac's a salesman. I've seen him pull these salesman tactics
Yeah.
many, many times on his Twitter, where he's just like, he's saying shit like, "Oh, only these shirts are almost sold out," and blah blah blah. No, they're not.
Yeah.
We all know they're not.
Selling out is, unless you pressed up 40 shirts, I don't think selling out is in most of the time is in probably, these other aside from like ICP, maybe Twisted,
Yeah.
the selling out's probably not in their, it's not in their books. It's not in their format usually.
Yeah, not usually. Those keep them coming, man.
Rodney says y'all remember old school Scully's before they moved. No, I don't.
I don't
Was
either.
that High Five? I remember there was a place down there called High Five.
High Five's where I won the Wraith jacket.
Yeah, I remember that. Maybe-
Yeah, I think it was always Scully's. I didn't know it was ever anywhere
Yeah,
else.
I thought Scully's was there forever. Yeah, I
right
don't
next to
remember.
Magnolia.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, Magnolia Thunder Pussy. Yes, sir.
Yeah, one of the only record stores in our town is called Magnolia Thunder Pussy. If you didn't know that.
But I'm definitely a Juffalo.
Yeah. Oh, I do want to shout out real quick this poster right here behind me, courtesy of Justin Manny. Thanks,
Oh
bro.
hell yeah, yeah, that's a dope one, man.
You're just hooking us up, man. It's very dope. It says Insanity on the side. I know you can't see it.
Yeah, man.
All right, so Juggalo Ohio, that was one thing off the list. We're catching up here. There wasn't really a whole lot of Juggalo shit going on in the news, to be honest, that I knew of. The other thing I was going to present to you.
ICP's been pretty silent, right? Nothing.
Well, here's one of the only other things that ICP has come out with. Violent J there's a new song featuring Violent J. Have you heard it yet?
No.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Brand new.
I mean, don't get my hopes up.
It's by a group called The Lucid, which is some dude that used to be in Megadeth that was a pedophile is in it.
Oh, okay.
But Violent J said they did a song with Violent J.
So you're saying that it should be called Loose Kid?
Yeah.
All right.
They they also are. Somebody said that they were the same. It was the same singer as the dude who sings like the hook on Heart and Soul. Whoever the fuck that guy is.
He was from that one band,
Yes.
right?
I think it's from the same band. I think it's the same singer
Was
from
it
the Lucid.
Was it Blur?
No.
it was.
Blur sings "Woohoo"
Yeah, that's right. What was that 90s band? They had a hit in the 90s. I forgot. We've talked about it on here. What the fuck, man?
I don't remember.
Losing my fucking brain cells.
So this is a song. It's called "Saddle Up and Ride." Look, the cover of it already is pretty cool.
Wait, hold on. This is a metal song?
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of. Yeah, it's an interesting song, man. Check it out. See how you like it.
What?
It says it's
That's Jay?
yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, Sponge. That's it, Vaughn. You're the country
Sponge.
singer. Thank you.
So let me look up the Lucid because it also hashtags Fear Factory for some reason on this song.
Does one of does the guitars from Fear Factory play on here? Okay, look up all the members.
I'm looking it up right now. Members: Vinny Dombrowski. He's the Sponge guy.
Okay.
Drew Fortier. He's in Sponge also.
Okay.
David Ellefson, bassist for Megadeth, and Mike Heller, who is drummer from Fear Factory.
Nice. Which is, I mean, that's some chops right there. Fucking, that's, in my opinion, he is a great metal drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fear Factory is classic metal.
So this is an interesting band. It's crazy that they're fucking with Violent J. By the way, it's weird.
Are you sure Violent J didn't just like take the song and like strip the vocals
I mean,
and like?
this is on their YouTube, the Lucid's YouTube.
Okay.
Here it
Well-
is again. Here's Jay.
I mean, it's not too far from what he's done in the past with like more metal sounding songs, you know.
Yeah, it's similar to what Jay's been like. There's some shit on Yum Yum that reminds me of like what he's doing here. You know?
I wish he would have done this kind of shit like earlier, like 20 years ago.
Yeah, same. When he had the hookup with fucking Slash and shit like
and
that.
when he had it like when his voice wasn't so shot
Yeah.
and shit like, you know.
Yeah, man. I think for what it's worth, I think this song is. I could take it or leave it, but Jay sounds cool on it. I like what he's doing on it.
Yeah, it ain't bad. I mean, it's not. I mean, I'll be honest. Nowadays, my penis is kind of withered up into between my legs, and I'm a pussy now, and I don't really listen to metal
Sure.
and hardcore music.
Sure.
But I can still appreciate it because I did listen to metal for many years, and I love Fear Factory. I own several of their albums.
I know DC's a big fan of Fear Factory.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love Fear Factory. I've seen them live. They're one of my favorite metal bands.
Okay.
But I mean, and how can you not like Megadeth?
Yeah.
Old classic Megadeth. I mean, classic shit. So definitely not hating on it, but man, I don't think I could go around listening to it. I'm not gonna, hey, throw that J metal song on.
Throw on the Lucid.
Throw on Loose Kid, man. Fuck, put that shit in. That shit was awesome. I don't know if those words will be coming out of my mouth, but
Well, I guess one of the leading things I've seen when I've seen this song being referenced of the past week is the fact that the bassist Megadeth guy is like a pedophile or some shit. So
I don't know anything about that.
I don't
mean,
either.
It's funny calling it Loose Kid, but I'm not gonna. I don't know anything. I have no clue about that guy, so I'm not gonna say that. But,
yeah, I feel it. Okay.
But anyway, I'm gonna pour me a shot. I have some whiskey left over from last night.
Yes, I already poured myself one. I was waiting on you.
Okay.
Oh, I poured a little bit. Did you already drink yours? I poured you a shot earlier.
Well, I've drank a few shots already,
Oh,
but
you
yeah, we
son
can
of a
still do
bitch.
one more. So it's the new year, I guess this is it's the first show of the new year, right?
Yeah.
2023.
Absolutely.
So cheers, man.
Cheers, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
To the Juffs.
Now let's talk a little bit after the shot.
Okay.
Whew. Let's talk a little bit about the new year. I mean, what are we going to expect in 2023? The community, being a juggalo, ICP, the whole shabam, the whole spiel.
Well, let's see.
The gimmick of being a juggalo. What are we gonna? What is 2023 gonna offer us? What do you think?
So I will say this: Gage mentioned this, that Shaggy was on Talks Hit, which is Manny's podcast,
Okay.
and it said that ICP isn't doing anything right now, but they will be in full effect soon.
Okay.
I
That's
think
cool.
let's speculate. I'm pretty confident in saying we should see that Jay solo this year.
Okay. Now, do you think Jay is spending this time throughout the holidays, reconnecting with family and things that like this is what I think this is what I envision in my head, like if I were to like be Jay's like therapist or something, right? Or if I was like his friend or his lover, his gay lover or
Of course,
whatever.
yes.
I'd be saying
And we've all fantasized about how
exactly. I'd be like, hey man, you gotta reconnect. You gotta get back to your family, go visit your mom, go take some time off.
call your mom.
Yeah, call your mom. We need to get that drop, by
I
the
know,
way.
that's good.
Rekindle these relationships, reaffirm people that you're going to be fine. You're looking after your health, get clean, take this time to get clean, do your thing. That's what I'm hoping he's doing.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm positive. Well, I don't mean it like that. Let me rephrase it. I'm feeling positive vibes. Like I feel like, I mean, especially with what happened last year with Jay. I mean, come on, man. Like this has got to be a better year.
Yeah, I'm
So-
hoping, man.
So I hope that he's looking at it as a year to rebuild and kind of put ICP get the fucking wheels rolling once again. I hope there's a tour announcement this year.
That's pretty. I think it's pretty soon, man. Someone dying in the or someone dying.
Do you know?
Going through. And I don't know how bad off he was. If he was that bad off on being, with addiction or anything.
Yeah.
Not sure. This.
It's all speculations.
Not sure how bad off, but if it was bad, man, it can take a long time to get over that. It can take a long time to bounce back from that.
Yeah.
So I mean, a tour this year. That's. I mean, other than the gathering and maybe doing some random shows, that's a pretty big. I would say that's a pretty big bill.
I think so. I would love to see them touring by like fall. I think that would be amazing. If not, I understand obviously, but
Yeah.
I think that kind of shit will, if nothing else, be a positive force in his life. Like get out there and see the adoring people
Yeah.
and in every city. Get back to what he's used to doing for the last 30 years.
Yeah. That I do agree with that, but also at the same time, a lot of triggers are probably on the road for him.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of triggers that relate back to addiction and falling back into that same shit. So. That's a slippery slope.
What-
He should probably change up the way he tours. Like, cutting himself off from everybody as he's touring, like riding by himself, like, being alone or with somebody he trusts and just not falling into the the lifestyle on the road.
Well, I hope he can do that with Ouija Mac around. But Ouija Mac's supposedly sober, I think, for what it's
Okay,
worth.
Well, cool. Well, hopefully we just keeping him, helping him out and say, hey, brother, you got to stay sober, switch up to a vegan diet, do your thing, man. We'll be good. No more meat for you, Jay.
I mean, whatever works. If that's what Jay needs, then please do that. That'd be great.
I'm not. Hey, man, if Ouija's helping him, then fucking God bless Ouija. I'm not going to hate on that.
Yeah, man.
But if Ouija is the opposite of that, then, hopefully we, can get this guy out of the fucking picture as soon as possible. I don't know, though. I'm not even going to. I have no clue.
Ouija is not ever going anywhere, first of all.
Yeah, I have no
unfortunately.
clue of what's going on, but we all know Jay is very susceptible to people. He attaches to people. He latches to them.
He needs to be. He
He-
needs someone to like wrangle him.
Yeah, he grows fascinations with people, and he like makes that his life.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping if that person right now is Ouija, that Ouija's not a negative influence, and Jay responds to energy. He responds to the vibes and energy and shit like that, and it can affect you.
I feel
That type of shit can really affect you.
So I'm hoping this year, even okay. Well, here's my dream wish list for this year. Violent J, the country singer, mentioned one of them, but Violent J solo album, which has already been announced. I'd love to get Whoa sooner than later. Juggalo Day. Do you think that's out of the question? It's a month from now. Oh. The album's got to be nearly done, right? For them to have been promising it I don't know.
Well, Gage says, I think they will be silent until Juggalo Day.
Okay.
Maybe announce the 6th by the end of the year.
Oh, that's what I
Okay.
meant. So it wasn't Violent J. It was Gage. Yeah, that I was saying.
Gage, sorry, yeah.
So let me see. Violent J solo, Whoa, tour would be amazing. Not again, understand if not, but those two things and an announcement of the 6th, I think would be plenty for this year.
Oh man, that would be awesome, dude. But here's my fears that they're gonna they try to do this shit prematurely when they're not ready.
Well, do you think they announced like Yum Yum early and shit? Like I don't feel like that was.
I mean, they did because they were late with Yum Yum, weren't they?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They it was supposed to come out at Christmas, and then it didn't come out until Halloween the following year.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You're
saying.
right.
Like, that's one of the things that I think Jay is especially bad at is trying to jump back into things when they're not ready. He's not
Yeah.
ready, especially.
Man, some Patreons would be amazing.
Yeah, I would really at this point. I would really like Patreons and Jay just to be, I don't know, because I go both ways. I like the old school RCP where they didn't let you in on what was going on in their normal lives,
Sure, yeah.
and then they were a mystery gimmick.
Yeah.
I love those times, right?
Yeah.
And just every time you saw Jay, he was cutting a promo.
Right.
But I also like the completely transparent. Hey, let me get online and tell you like what I'm going through in my life, and like this is why we're doing it this way, and this. You know what I mean?
I would love some transparency, at least on the music tip. Like,
Yeah.
let us know why the music isn't coming. I mean, at least tell us like when we should expect it. At the very least, if you're not gonna say here's why it's delayed, say here's when you should expect it now. Give us that at least. Don't just. I mean, it's been 2 fucking months and we haven't heard shit on Whoa.
Yeah, but they know that.
Shaggy said 2 weeks before Whoa was coming out on the podcast, Whoa was coming out.
You think you gotta at the point they're at. You think you gotta be feeling like we've let them down so many times. It's like we have no feeling left from this.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
we have no like we've let them down so many times. We've lied. We've done this and that. Like we haven't pulled through. It's like they have nothing left to give. So at this point, I'm like, unless you have something, don't say shit. Unless it's ready, don't even say it.
That's why I like. I would love it if ICP did some shit like Eminem has been doing recently, where he just drops albums with nothing, no hype, no fucking
and that is, to me, people don't operate like that because they have to keep the business going.
Sure. Yes.
Eminem's rich enough to where he doesn't have to do that. He can just
course.
drop shit whenever.
Of course. If ICP were to do that, there's a possibility of people just not even knowing it happened.
Yeah. They want to build up and know what kind of money they're going to make. You know what I mean? But yes, I would love it to be like that more so than just, hey, we're dropping it on this date and this.
Yeah.
No, like a fucking surprise is always. But like, we're not getting surprises that amaze us. We're getting promises that don't happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's hard. I just want him to get better. Like at this point, I don't even. Am I the only one that doesn't really? I'm not worried about the music right now. Like I'm worried about them. I want them to get better. I want them to be alive. I want Jay to remain alive.
Yeah, Jay's had a rough couple of years. As fine with his diagnosis and not to mention probably just after the Joker card comes out, there's probably like a feeling that everyone would have where it's just like, gotta start from scratch. This sucks, So it's been that, the diagnosis, Laney, like he's had a rough go. It's probably taken its toll. So I do feel you, and I'm with you. I am only personally talking about the music shit because that's realistically what I can hope for. You know? I don't know as far as his health goes. Obviously, I hope he's gonna be mentally and physically better. And at least enough to even do the fucking gathering, I hope by then he's prepared. I would love to see ICB back in action. It sucks having we're in this weird kind of period these last couple months where once Laney died, nothing has happened.
Yeah.
There's been zero movement.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens with people.
Yeah.
When traumatic shit happens, dude, they, people, clam up. They pull back. and you know everybody wants to gather what's going on, and especially when they're operating a big business like this. That's a public business, and you know you got to.
You know who we need?
You got to, or you will fucking lose your mind.
The hero we need at this time. Blase Rose. Only she can heal Jay with her mystical blowjobs. I mean, I would love.
I really should slit your throat right now for even putting that into the universe.
I mean, but
And you know what? That might be what's happening. I
What-
don't know. I
what-
hope not.
What if she's the one that like consoles him
God,
and brings
man.
him back to
I
life?
fucking. And you know what? I don't want. I'm not. You know. That's so. That happens so much with guys.
Mm-hmm,
They console their old flings or whatever. They're and it sucks.
I could see
know.
myself doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think a lot of guys have done. You know, a lot of guys do that, especially if they've been in multiple relationships.
yeah, man. I wouldn't blame him. Honestly, I wouldn't even blame him. I would not. I hope that. I would hope that she could slurp him back into reality.
Jesus Christ. See, I'm trying to think this is like deeper than like Jay's like sex addiction, and this
It's
is
never
like,
deeper than
he's
sex,
having
bro.
like a philosophical he's trying to like break through his consciousness level and expand his like
I'm worried about him catching his nut.
Yeah, God, man.
Come on, man. We got to worry about Jay nutting. It's important for the Juggalo. Jay nutting is important for the Juggalo culture.
so you're saying as long as he was able to get his nut, we should be cool with music. The gathering's going to be straight. His
Yes.
health is going to be fine.
Yes, I believe that. I thoroughly believe in that.
I guess that's where,
Ladies, help Jay catch his nut.
I
please.
guess that's where the phrase "in a nutshell" came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, that's what I. That's
Hey
what
man, if it's that simple, then fucking God bless him. Hopefully.
I hope we only get. For 2023, I hope we also only get 6 Ouija Mac albums instead of like 15.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Isn't he putting out like 3 or something?
Yeah, he's putting out 3 before like March, I think.
Okay.
He has 1 scheduled this month, I think. And he just, I mean, how long ago was
so
it?
the quality of the quality over quantity, I don't think it's ever really. And people actually think they're like, oh, I'm so good at I don't need a QC. There's no quality control here.
Nope, I could just fart
Yeah.
out songs every
Yeah.
3 months, whole albums. I could fart them out, and they're going to be quality. They're going to be just
okay.
as good as
Okay.
anything somebody worked multiple years on.
I don't buy into that because guess what else they shit out constantly? McDonald's burgers, fucking candy bars, fucking energy drinks. You can go in and grab any of that shit at any time. Doesn't mean it's good for you. Doesn't mean it's doing anything for you, but just making you feel good in a fucking moment.
Yeah.
In a momentary little feel good that really adds nothing to your longevity or health. And hey, you know what? There's musicians that do the same shit. I'm not gonna, say who's doing it or what, but you think of it yourself and apply your own models to that. But dude, think about your fucking music and take enough time to make it timeless.
Please do
Right?
that.
Spend your time and make it timeless. But I just don't see that happening. There's not been a timeless album come out from anybody in my eyes for a while.
You don't think Yum Yum was timeless?
I mean, I think all Joker's cards in their own way are timeless. They take the time on them, so yeah, I believe that.
Okay.
Doesn't some are better than the others.
I just want
and
to. I get what you were saying. I just want to make
Yeah.
it clear that like there have been some, but they
Yeah.
are that few and far between.
you can hear the effort in every Joker's card at
Yes.
least.
Yes.
You can hear the effort. You feel what they were going for.
Yes. It is. You're right though. It is more rare these days because even Twisted has been putting out like 2 albums a year. It seems
Yeah.
for the past like few years, and like I've listened to them, and don't get me wrong, they're decent. Like there's good shit on them. Twisted are masters of their craft, and they actually got cool shit to say also. But
Yeah.
nevertheless, like it's there's the work is obvious. When people put in the work, it is
Yeah.
obvious. And let me just make it clear. I have not heard enough Ouija Mac songs, and I've listened to every album at least once and never had a desire to go back. But I've heard enough to know that like none of those are timeless.
Yeah, I mean that's, and again, somebody's going, well, that's just your opinion. Yeah, of course it is. That goes without being having to be said. Of course, it's our
Yes,
fucking
of course.
opinions. Of course.
That's what this fucking show is, dude. We're not news. We're opinion.
But
This is Tucker Carlson.
we're opinion, man.
All
We're
right.
opinion here, guys. You know what? We need to be political pundits from here on out.
Yeah.
No, all I'm saying is, you shit something out 3 times a year, guys.
Probably 4 actually.
Anybody who knows and has studied music and music theory and writing and anybody who's studied that kind of shit, and I'm not saying like I'm even good at any of this stuff, but I've definitely tried to do my part in understanding this music and writing and music theory and this kind of thing. This shit takes time. You can't. The brain reacts to certain things in certain ways. The brain reacts to the music that gets produced at a quick level nowadays, just like any drug, any addictive drug. It's quick fix shit. It only really affects your pleasure centers, like your lower brain, your lower brain levels, your lower brain activity.
It's like drinking a Starbucks.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
Like Gage said, it's like junk food.
And then people are so, the technology has got to a point where anybody can shit out a video, like high def, like crazy looking video. Anybody can do that. Like, we don't have directors out here making these fucking videos that are like amazing directors. They're just guys that know how to pick up know how to buy a good camera and edit some shit together.
It's too easy.
But people fall for it.
Yes, that's the key.
It's so
right.
so mass produced and addictive that people just fall for it and they keep going for it. And that's my opinion.
You have to. I mean, let me rephrase. You don't have to, but it's nice to be able to recognize quality, even if it's not something you like or it's not your cup of tea. You can tell if something has quality to it. Like if you have a $2 mug and a $15 mug, you'll be able to tell the quality.
Yeah, absolutely. You may not like wine, but there's a difference between people who grew these shitty grapes and made crappy wine to the person or the company that takes pride in growing their grapes and they're like completely just organic and you may not like wine, but you should at least know the difference between a shitty grapes, shitty wine, and great grapes and good wine. It's the same thing with other types of food. You can apply that to any other types of food. Good meat. The cow that went through trauma and they're fucking when a cow goes through trauma as they're being butchered, the meat goes bad.
I've heard that.
Because the brain injects something through your blood system when you're going through trauma. And then that goes into the meat and the meat isn't as good. It changes the way the meat is.
That's why veal is so delicious.
I mean, veal's tender. They chain down the fucking. That's the one where they chain down. Veal is
like babies, right?
Yeah, they chain down and shit like that. But
I've actually never had veal, but I would. I'm not against it.
Yeah,
I'm just poor.
So the purpose is to try to butcher a cow when they don't know it.
Okay.
So their brain doesn't activate that chemical that pushes it through their system, and inevitably goes into the meat. But anyway, being a meat cutter, I'll tell you the difference. You get shitty cuts of meat. You get shitty meat that were butchered from horrible diseased cows, and then you get meat that comes from cows that lived a great life and they never had fear and they never, you know what I mean? Like, there's difference. You know the difference. So you apply this to everything. Music is no different. It's the stuff that you ingest and you consume into your brain, into your psyche. And if it's shit and junk, it's going to make you unhealthy. It's going to clog you. You know what I mean? It's going to fuck you up. So my thing is try to go something that does something good for your brain, something good for your system.
Well, And I'll say this though, I will say this is obviously subjective
Yeah, this is all subjective. This is me just going off of.
because some people
know.
like remember when we did our deep episode and we that was the first time I can admit that I really paid close attention to Ouija Mac songs, like as
Okay.
far as the lyrics go, you know.
Yeah, that was the one where we were like listening. Then we listened to Twisted.
Yes.
I think that yeah.
So, what I'm trying to say is though is like when we listened to those, we were able to recognize at least the attempt at deepness, and so what I'm trying to say is like, and I'm not trying to say I'm above anybody or I'm
Some people just don't know. They may think they're being, but they just don't know how to make a good meal. They don't
Well,
know
that's what
how
I'm
to
saying, like,
use good ingredients.
I'm not trying to say like I'm above or I know more than anybody else or I'm better than Ouija or his fans or anything like that. But I'm out of the realm of like his fan base. I know that. But my point in saying that is he has made like the deepness he is doing or what and the thought that is going into his songs and the effort that is going into his songs, the people that like it are of like the same train of thought,
Yeah.
right? And that's the same with everything. I mean, I feel like I'm on the same train of thought as like ICP and shit like
Yeah.
that, you know? So people that feel him like that are feeling him so deep like that what the shit he's saying, even though he's writing that shit and not doing any revisions and he's just shitting it out on an album, it's somehow still speaking to them. So
Yeah.
you can't knock that fact, obviously, right? But we can all agree that some of us think that is fucking stupid and dumb and horrible.
It reminds me. I used to have these kind of hip hop and just music in general conversations with this guy I worked with when I was meat cutting.
Wait, what was his name?
His name was Terrell.
Yes, you told me about Terrell before.
Yeah, Terrell was awesome. But the cool thing about Terrell is he didn't lie about none of this shit. He knew, like, we would have discussions about hip hop, and I'd be like, bro, the shit you listen to. He's like, bro, the shit I listen to is just dumb shit, bro. But I love that shit, dog. You don't even know, man. If it ain't about getting pussy and getting money, it don't matter to me, bro. It don't fucking matter to me.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit you listening to, bro. I don't even want to hear it. This is all I want, bro. This is all I got. Like, you know what I mean? So there's people out there that feel that.
Yeah.
They're strong into that. They know what it is.
But that's what they're seeking.
That's what they're seeking. They're seeking that high. They're seeking that addiction, that
That
drug.
That they want that like it's candy.
Yeah.
They want that basic like
Yeah.
Gage said, junk food. Give me that shit. I know it's not good for me. I know
but
it's
he didn't.
dumb,
He
but
didn't try to pretend this shit was deep and it was like doing
Yeah.
anything. You know what I mean? He knew it was bullshit.
That's true. Like the people that are super into Ouija Mac, they act like it's fucking changed their lives, dude.
It has it that way, man. It's got him pussy. It's got him. It's got him to be top of the world, man.
Hey, if Ouija Mac has gotten anyone pussy, please tell me. If you have fucked to Ouija Mac, please write in.
it's gotten Jay pussy,
Call in.
apparently, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, look, dude. Part of this, I guess, might be resentful, like jealousy. I guess because I do be seeing like people reposting and retweeting shit from like these sexy fucking bitches, like wearing Ouija Mac merch and loving him and shit.
It works. It
It-
works.
it-
It's just it goes with the cult. It works, man.
It's wild. It's wild.
It is, bro. It's wild, but hey, you know what I mean? I think we spent a little too much time talking about it.
All right,
so.
let me bring to the table. I mean, this juggalo that I discovered has blown my mind
Okay.
over this past week. I found this guy and his juggalette. I can't. I mean, these people. I don't know why juggalos aren't talking about this couple. I don't know why we haven't talked about them. I don't know why they haven't come across my radar until this past week. But this has been my new obsession.
Man, I can't wait to hear this.
Let me pull up the Insta. I wasn't prepared enough to have pulled up the Instagram. Let me pull up the Instagram. Hold on. So over the past week, I've fucked around on social media and stuff. I'm old, you know. I don't fuck with Instagram much. Is Instagram not going to load on here? Okay.
Well, I mean, if you claim to be getting old, we need to invent Instagrandpa.
I don't know why it's not loading, but there's a user on Instagram. I need to fucking load this because
It's the grandpa and grandma.
All right, so this person also has a YouTube, which I'm going to show you, but I wanted to show the Instagram first.
Okay.
Oh, it's not. I'm not logged in for some reason. It's worth it. I promise. Hold on. I've been showing Tara these videos and this couple.
Oh God.
They're also the extra kicker is that they're from Dayton, so I mean, there's a possibility you could run into these people. All right. So there's this juggalo. This juggalo. His name is Vinnie Mac Kissinger. It's not fucking loading. This guy. All right, here's a great picture of him and his lady. All right, I'll show you the viewers here. So
Are you fucking with me right now?
I'm not fucking with you.
Like, I don't want to be mean, but
I know, dude. Listen to me. This is Vinnie Mac.
okay, no. That's just a low def picture, so I'm not. Okay, never mind.
All right, this is Vinnie Mac. He's a down ass juggalo from what I've read. I have not interacted with. Just full disclosure, I've not interacted with him. I don't know him. I don't know anything about. I stumbled upon him because on Instagram I started Hold on. I started subscribing to the hashtag Juggalo and hashtag Juggalette like hashtags, and you can see anyone who does that, it'll come up. So I've been seeing all kinds of interesting shit. Highly recommend people do this. All right, but Vinnie Mac, he has a girl named.
I'm just gonna get that out of the way because hey, man, this guy needs it.
Vinnie Mac has a girl named Amber. Amber has her own Instagram. Let me go to it and see if it'll load. I don't know why Instagram's loading like a real slow and shit right now, but all right. If people who are watching already saw the picture, you know. Yes. Somebody asked, Max Rebo asked if it was a blow up doll. No, Amber is not a blow up doll.
Like a blow up as in a.
Yeah. Amber's not. It's not loading. Instagram's being a son of a bitch right now. All right.
Can you go anywhere else to find it?
So we'll go on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel. All right.
Okay, so hold on. Okay,
Yeah.
I saw that picture. I ain't gonna lie. The picture to me looked like a Muppet,
Okay.
like a puppet or like a robot.
Close.
And then now I'm seeing it. And then Max Rebo says, "Is this the blow up doll guy?" So what are you trying to
All right.
tell me?
So she's not a blow up doll. She is a sex doll. All right.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's not a mean thing to say because on his official YouTube channel, he has a series that's been out for like a year or two called A Relationship with a Sex Doll. And
man.
what Vinny does.
Let me buckle in for this
All right.
one.
So Vinny has a channel.
God.
Dude, this has been my obsession for the past few days. All right.
Please tell me.
All right. So Vinnie Mac, he has an Instagram for Amber. He has a YouTube channel where he puts together, in all honesty, pretty decently edited videos for what is obviously edited on his cell phone.
Okay.
Where he it's like reality show style. It's like interviews with himself, talking about his day to day. He shows him meeting Amber. He shows them going on dates.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead.
So
Never mind, go
Amber
ahead.
in the series, A Relationship with a Sex Doll, which is on his YouTube channel, which is located at Kissinger's Media. Let me also make it clear. I am not hating on Vince, whatever he goes
I'm
by.
not hating either.
He's obviously very in love with Amber. It is not a joke. It's not like he's not fucking around. This is like his fucking life, all right?
Okay.
When I first stumbled upon the Instagram, it was a post from Christmas. I wish it would fucking load, dude. I have to show you. It was a post from Christmas where he proposed to Amber.
Was it at the gathering?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He did go to the gathering.
Did he? Did he go with Amber?
Amber didn't go.
Oh,
But
man.
there was I saw a picture
Is
of
not a suitcase big enough? Oh, sorry.
I saw a picture of Amber when he got back from the gathering. Amber had jumped up on him, and there was a picture of him like holding her like this, like she was on him. You know?
Wait, is this in motion?
No.
Okay, so it's all done in like still shots.
Well, the Instagram, yes, but
okay, you're right.
but
It's
his YouTube is Amber, you know, as is.
bro, that new movie coming out. I think you might want to. Hey, man, you know who you got to know who you're with. Okay.
What are you talking about?
There's a new movie coming out called Megan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's about a fucking doll. Goes around killing. So you watch your back, bro.
I haven't heard of that.
Watch your back, Vinnie Mac.
Here's him proposing to Amber on Christmas.
Wow, that's beautiful.
There. Look, she's surprised.
Wow,
They're hugging. There she is showing her ring.
Vinnie Mac. That is oh man, he got you a nice catch there.
He's got
bud.
him a keeper.
I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna lie.
Kissing. Look, they got matching jerseys for Christmas. They say their last name on it. That's cute. So yeah, KM_Amber if you want to follow.
Yeah, there's that Megan. There's that chick. Yeah, that's the new movie coming out. What does it say?
Megan, read a bedtime story. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Just think of violins playing.
Weird,
Bro.
So Vinnie Mac is very into Amber.
Do not take Amber to watch Megan, okay? Just that's all I'm gonna say. Steer clear of that.
Look, I like how her facial expression changes too. Isn't that wild?
What if the joke? What if she's real? Not even gonna lie. Like what if?
All right, look, I ain't gonna front. When I first,
Like what if she's alive?
All right, listen. When I first saw this picture, like this is what popped up when I was scrolling Instagram. This is the picture that popped up. Okay, and I was like, oh look, this dude's got him a pretty cute chick. Let me scroll through. I was like, okay, look at her. Like, wow, that's pretty cool, bro. And by the time I got to this picture, I was like,
by the time you get to this picture, like, hey, I think she may have a little too much makeup
yes.
on there.
I was like, is this like maybe it's an Instagram filter? I don't know. And then like I kept going.
It's like, did she get that wig at Halloween USA?
Yeah, like that's one thing it tipped off. Look at the like skinny legs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, your box is blocking the skinny legs on that one, but yeah, I can see it.
but yeah, man. So I immediately at that point I knew.
It doesn't help that like, every picture they're hugging, like the hand is like this, like.
Yeah, it's just like sitting there. Yeah. Look, there's like pictures of him hanging out with his bros, like with her. They hang out together.
My God.
They play beer pong and shit.
What kind of doll? She has a favorite doll?
Look, he fucking drinks with her, hangs out. They play cards.
Oh man.
Look, his homeboy is here.
Come on, you're playing cards with Amber. Come on, man. You guys, you know what she's thinking. Don't lie.
Here's. All right, so I made a couple timestamps on some videos. I'm going to show you. All right.
What if he took her to Vegas?
He would.
Imagine that.
He takes her out, dude. He takes
her
to
to Vegas
park.
and like sits her at the table.
He would.
The guy starts dealing the cards and shit, and he's like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck?"
All right, let me find. There's a part. I made a couple timestamps on this. So this is the video where he shows like him meeting her, and most of this video is him explaining. And by the way, you watch him talk, and you get a sense of the kind of guy he is. All right.
Okay, let me meet Vinnie Mac here.
Now, if you're offended or you have negative thoughts or bad comments, I'm going to tell you this one time. Because this interview is about entertainment itself.
Yes.
A Relationship with a Sex Doll is a romance comedy show that I've been working on for the past couple of months during the COVID-19. So I came up with a project and I had so much fun doing it. But if you're offended or you got bad comments right now, or you
get this in
laughing
here good.
right now,
Well,
or
what would he
say
think
that
about
I'm
our
saying
my comments or our comments right now?
I don't know.
Are we okay to rip kind of like riff on it?
I don't know. I mean,
Just as a joke.
I don't know. I mean, looking at what I've watched several of his videos, and his sensibility is that. I mean, judging by what he's saying here,
He seems pretty serious about it.
he's very serious about it.
Yeah.
And this makes me think he wouldn't find our comments funny, which is fine. Like I don't.
Hey, Vinnie Mac. Hey, man. Look, dude. I'm sorry, man, but hey, it's just a sense of humor, dude. I'm not,
Look,
I'm not coming at you, man.
And that's why I said at the beginning, this is by no means is my intention to hate on Vinnie Mac.
Yeah.
I want the world to know about Vinnie Mac. And
yeah,
Amber.
man. Like I ain't knocking it.
I think it's some of the most fascinating shit I've ever seen.
It is. It's quite interesting. I'll give it that.
I think somebody like A&E should be doing a fucking show on Vinnie Mac and Amber.
Dude, my question is this: what if this thing's really alive? What if the first case of artificial intelligence or a soul in a bot in like a artificial inanimate object that comes from a juggalo? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that would be cool.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That would be cool.
The first inanimate object that became a living being is going to be right here, man. We got this. We know this.
So this wasn't the video. Hold on, let me find the video. This is it. This is the playlist. A relationship with a sex doll. All right. So episode 1. All right. Here, I got a timestamp. I want to show you.
I just want to know. I got one question.
Yeah.
I just want to know what happens when they fight.
That's a great question. I have way more questions than that, but that's a great question.
I mean, what happens when she cuts you off, man? Just let me know. All right? Don't be afraid, man. We're all guys here.
All right, here's him talking. Why hasn't he painted Amber's face? That's a great question. Maybe it won't come off.
In a woman.
All right, listen.
She has the same interests as I do, is to entertain the world. That's what I love about a woman. So if I'm willing to do a video for my company, Kisner's Introductions, she'll help me out. She'll volunteer to help.
All right, this isn't
And
the
I
timestamp.
love that in a woman. Is she likes to entertain the world.
You could go to any moment on one of these videos and it's gold.
So Amber is constantly just a positive force for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's never any negative feelings.
It doesn't seem like it.
Well, then that means she's not human.
That's speculation. Oh, so in this video, it was supposed to be like his day to day. He shows him cleaning his bathroom, laundry for an excessive amount of time. He talks about Amber or what he's looking for in a woman, and then he shows himself drinking and watching TV.
Does she cook, Vinny?
He cooks for her, but then he gets to a point where he's like, okay, it's time for the fireworks show. All right.
No. Don't get her close to the fireworks, bro. She'll melt.
No, don't worry. For some reason, he does the fireworks show before she shows up.
Okay.
So
well, he knew.
She shows up right after the fireworks show. Here, I'll show you. All right, here we go. This is Amber. She's here.
I can't believe it's you. You finally made it.
He's hugging her.
Yep. She's
Good.
hugging. She's
Hell
hugging
yeah.
him.
Man, she looks happy to see him.
I believe you made it. I've been waiting a while to meet you.
Oh, by the way, at the beginning of the video, it did say Britney Spears as the voice of Amber. Okay.
What? I'm sorry, but what? I don't get that.
All right, watch. By the way, look, the picture on the wall, I believe is Britney Spears. All right, let's keep it going. Here we go. This is the timestamp.
Thank you.
You know what? Oh, man. No, man. I'm seeing some direction here. My director hat's coming on.
Yes, please.
I'm seeing more. I'm seeing a little bit of a lower shot. Okay. Maybe it looks like it looks like he's got it focused on him. But what I would like to see is a slightly lower shot, but more focused on her.
Okay.
Okay. I want a candlelit, dimly lit room. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get rid of that TV tray. We need to get a nice table in there. Okay. We need to get some decent chairs in there.
Dude, he says at the beginning of this video, he's like, I don't have a lot of money. I'm not a rich man. I'm just, living my day to day. Like,
I think with some more production and not knocking his shots, but I think I could come up with a more pleasing shot.
I feel you. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
What's the one thing that you love to do most?
Dancing is a huge part of me and who I am. It's like something that my spirit just has to do. I'd be dead without dancing.
That's pretty cool. I like like to dance too, but I'm not a big dancer. But I love the slow dance though, like being romantic, love.
Oh man, this guy's a bleeding heart, man.
He is.
Well, since getting to know you a little bit tonight, and I think you're really cool. You're beautiful, and it doesn't matter who you are. And I'm looking for somebody that will love me for me.
Yep, of course.
She's gonna. Oh man, she's gonna accept you. Love you for you, bud.
So, personality is my major thing that I'm looking for to a woman. I want a woman. I need somebody to love me for who I am, my personality, not the way I look
Dude,
at myself.
I really am fascinated by this.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie,
dude. I know. this shit is riveting.
This shit is a fucking good find, brother.
He has shitloads of videos. He does 2-hour live streams with her pretty often. Where he's very candid about her and their relationship and et cetera and so forth. Now I haven't watched enough to know the answers to some of the questions I have. One of my questions
Is that Sasha Banks? Ninja with a pencil says if he ends up murked alone in his house, we'll know Amber was possessed by a demon. That's what I'm saying.
So I will say this: Amber is pretty sexy. I hope he doesn't kick my ass for saying that. Amber's sexy, all right?
So you're saying you would?
No, listen.
You would smash.
My question here, which is maybe, but my question is, here's my question: how, like there's a lot of videos and like Instagram posts of him hanging out with his boys and Amber.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think maybe they, like,
Choo choo.
yeah, you think maybe his boys are getting in there, like,
Man, I don't know, dude.
or do you think he's like too romantic to
Sometimes
allow that?
I don't know, man, because sometimes these bleeding hearts, they're behind the wall,
He-
behind the scenes, they they're crazy. They,
he does say he wants a girl that loves to party,
okay.
So
he drops some hints here, yeah.
So I
How
don't know.
many? So he's got a bunch of friends that hang out with her.
I don't think a bunch, but he has a couple that I've seen pop in his videos. They're
Okay.
the guys. I mean, they seem of a similar mindset. Let's say that. Here's my thing. Is like, I'm curious if maybe, do you think maybe he has encouraged, like, do you think maybe he's encouraged his friends to also get sex doll girlfriends? And maybe in order to sell that to his friends, he lets them like sample the goods.
Oh man, yeah, because this shit ain't cheap, is it?
I think a sex doll is like $5,000. So here's
They're
another-
like, well, they're probably convincing him. They're like, yeah, man, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, dude, it's a good idea, but they're $5,000, man, like,
So he, yeah. So
and
here's-
he's like, well, what are you saying? And they're like,
so here's another.
I
thing.
don't know. Let me, you know what I mean. Do you mind if I talk to Amber for a little bit alone?
Do you think maybe? I just want to talk to her. I just want.
I'm just going to talk to her, okay?
And then like, what if he gets her back and her hair's all fucked up?
So what did you do, Amber? Why? No,
So I mean,
sorry. Hey, Vinny Mac, I was sorry, man. We're just riffing, buddy.
dude, he's got to understand this is an easy thing to make jokes about.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We are like in all like being earnest. Like I'm fascinated. I would love to have a conversation with Vinny. I would be great. Like I'm very intrigued by their relationship, like the dynamic. I'm very very interested in their sex life.
Oh man,
I can't stop thinking about it.
Well, little Ninja seems like he's not that interested. Okay, he's already telling like, are you?
Ninja, pause. Get out of here. You're
Little-
13. You shouldn't be hearing
Little
about
Ninja
sex
says,
dolls.
"Are we talking about sex dolls now? Is this what this channel is reduced to?"
Yes, it is.
Little Ninja, I had no clue he was going to bring this up today. I'm just going with it. I'm sorry. I would
All right.
gladly talk
All
about.
right, Little Ninja, leave the room. So if you don't know, a sex doll is a doll that you fuck. All right. All right. They're highly elaborate, expensive dolls that have pussy holes and mouth holes that you
Yeah.
can fuck.
Let's just say this, Little Ninja. The world is going in a strange direction, okay?
I learned
And it's filled with a lot of people that really can't mingle and
yes.
they don't know how, or they just can't attract the kind of person they're looking for.
So, and that's a great point. At the beginning of this video, he does elaborate and say that like, he at the very beginning of the video, he's describing his ideal woman.
yes.
And I mean, let's just say this. Amber is as close to his ideal woman as he will ever get.
No, yeah.
You know? So that having that kind of mindset, like you have to, I guess, I don't want to say settle because he seems happy, but you have to improvise
Yeah.
in that case. You know what I mean? And he seems comfortable with it enough to make a series of like not being ashamed of being in a relationship with a sex doll.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's good with it.
If I want to switch from trying to riff on it and be funny and be a little bit serious about it, I will say this. The world is moving in this direction. The world is moving in a direction where there's going to be a lot of this happening. He's a little ahead of his time. He looks, I don't know, he looks late 30s, 40, or I would say late 30s, right? I don't know how
I would
old
say
he is.
mid to late 30s, yeah.
So he's a little, he comes from a generation of, you know, people that probably they don't accept this as much.
Yeah.
We laugh at it. We go, "Oh, it's a sex doll, whatever." You know, who knows? What, you know, it's a sex doll. We grew up watching this shit on Howard Stern and laughing at it.
I was gonna say that's I think where I first heard of sex dolls
Yeah.
was on Howard Stern, E online or E late at night or whatever, you know.
But a lot of people like this understand where the world's going, and that it will be it's more accepted. It will be more accepted.
Sure.
You know,
I mean,
transhumanism and developing relationships in alternative ways is going to be a big thing in the future.
I would totally like once they got to the point where they were indistinguishable from a real woman, I would totally live a life with a sex robot. Why not? You know, fuck it. I could program her to say whatever, do whatever I want. Sure, that sounds way better than the alternative of a real.
I
Fucking
mean, and
woman.
if you think about it, he is a juggalo, right?
yeah, and that's one thing he said too. His woman has to be a juggalette.
Okay, so and we have, I mean, Jay has fantasized about this in songs. He usually imprints
I love a mannequin.
that, and usually imprints it as a dead body,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a dead girl.
Sure.
But you know, she don't talk back. You know, she doesn't cheat.
That's a great point.
This type of shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's a big thing, and we've also mentioned this a missed opportunity of a song. A classic ICP story song that they missed on doing was a sex robot with a soul in it.
Sure.
Well, I think it would be cool to put the supernatural one and say she had the soul of a dead girl or someone dead, you know, into a sex robot.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a great for the new millennium and a good kind of song for
Yeah.
ICP to do. Sure.
So to me, that's a good song topic, right? You know,
Yeah.
it's not a mannequin, it's not a dead body. It's a sex robot, but it comes alive like Pinocchio.
Yeah,
or,
that's cool.
You know, so you know, it comes alive. So to me, that I don't know.
Like, what was that? What was that fucking movie of the guy that goes like to that rich guy, like Facebook guy's house in the woods, and he lives there?
Oh yeah, Ex Machina. Yeah.
He was those were sex robots.
Yeah, and that one was like she had feelings and shit. Yeah.
That movie was fucking sweet.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But yeah, that's a great. Well, all of what you're saying, you're right. That would have been a cool thing. But I mean, this guy is taking that and like he's living it.
Yeah, man.
I had one other timestamp on this video, and I have one other timestamp on another video. I'm
Now,
gonna show you.
my another question I have is like he comes out and says, "Look, this is for entertainment."
It seems well. I don't think his relationship is for entertainment. I think it's real.
Okay.
I think like he's
So that being said, the fact that he, you know, okay, so he's just put it out a disclaimer like, "Hey, I'm doing this to entertain people, but I really do love this."
he calls her a sex doll.
Okay, a sex doll. I really do love this sex doll. Do you think like I don't know? So are we gonna go into maybe some mental illness territories with this? No, I mean I'm just asking. You know, I don't know. We all struggle with different types of mental illnesses. But do you think there's a part maybe where he thinks like he can bring it to life or he can give it some sort of soul?
I don't think it's that. I mean, watching it, I think it's more that he's embracing this day and age, and that it's an acceptable thing to do. And I think it's so for him. It's more. It seems to be more of like, look, I love her. It's you guys just got to deal with it. I don't care who knows. And he's like, he just doesn't give a fuck about it.
So it's almost like a coming out of the closet party.
Almost, but the catch is like he doesn't. While he doesn't care, I think there is, to your point. I'm no psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever, whoever does this, but I don't know much about his mental state. This is just purely speculation.
I mean, he seems all there.
Watching him, there's definitely something that seems a little off. There's something off, for sure. It may just be like a hint of autism or whatever. You know, like I told my wife when I was making my wife watch these videos earlier. And I told her, I was like, it's
Oh my God, I want to hear what she thinks about it.
She was blown away. She didn't know what to say.
Beth says, was Tinder that bad for him?
See, I mean, not hating.
Are there going to be sex robot tenders coming up? I
Probably.
mean, like, come on now.
I mean, not hating, but look at this guy. He's not the pinnacle of health. He literally has like missing teeth. Like he has like one fucking tooth, like in the front. And again, not hating, but like homeboy, like fix, like that's like I told my wife, I was like, here's step one for this guy when he gets out of bed in the morning. Every day, step one should be, got to do something about this grill. Got to do something here. Let me call doctors, dentists, philanthropists, someone to help me out with this grill. That should be step one. All right. If he wants someone that's not a sex doll.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. This type of shit is in Japanese culture. This type of shit's huge. You know.
I know, Japanese motherfuckers marry pillows and shit. I know.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. So like, I see it coming here, and yeah, I see it being a big thing.
So my opinion on this guy is, I told my wife, I said, I think he seems almost like a savant in the sense that he's very good at like, as far as like the direction of his videos, his vision for these videos, his editing is pretty. They go on a little long, some of the scenes with laundry and shit, but he has a vision of what he's doing here, and he's doing it. You know what I mean?
I want. She's rubber, made of rubber, right?
I assume so.
Don't turn the heat up too high, my guy. Just keep it at a cool. Don't go anything above 70.
Give me a cool 68. You'll
Actually,
be all right.
it probably affects the way it feels. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, I need to turn the heat up a little bit to 70, make it a little softer.
Well, in these videos, he does have his window AC unit blowing at full blast on.
Oh man, that makes her stiff and rigid. Fuck all that.
All right, so I have one other timestamp here. I don't even remember what he says, but this is what I had on my timestamp.
Okay.
Have fun. They like to travel. They like to do the same things as I do.
He's describing his ideal girl.
And they're faithful. They're trusting. And mostly. And also, I like women as a juggalette. She's got to be a fan of Insane Clown Posse or any Psychopathic Records artist. Because I love women with tattoos, some tattoos. And if she has a piercing on her tongue or a little bit on the lip or her ears, I'm all right with that. If she has a belly ring, oh man, that's a little turn on for me.
See what I mean? See what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
See what we're working with?
I can't help it, dude. I can't take my eyes off it.
I know.
Sports like that.
This guy's a
I would love
perfect
to have
like
my women
misfit
as
for you to
sports.
take under your wing.
This guy
I don't
is.
like my women that very old because I'm 32 years old.
He's
but I
32.
feel like
Oh, he's
I'm 23
32.
at heart.
Okay.
He say he feels
I
like he's
my
23.
women, around my age, that is not over 40.
Hold on. Pause it.
All right.
Well, I mean, Amber can't be over 5 at this point, right? I mean, when was she manufactured?
That's a great question. 2020.
I mean, do you want it? Do you want an of age? Well, how does that work?
That's a great question. Great
You
question.
go ahead, play. Just, I mean, yeah, that I don't
Younger
know.
than her age. Her body feels her actual age, but her heart feels a little bit younger. That's what I like in a woman. For her age difference, I don't care if she's younger or older than me, just as long as she treats
Wait, hold
me
on.
right and I treat her.
Maybe this is a call or plea to a real woman, like saying, "Hey, like I need a real woman. Can you help me?"
He's got it. This
Like
guy-
like he wants he wants to attract a girl that wants to change him and be like, "Look, I can do this for you."
I believe you're dead on. Again, I'm no therapist. We're just fucking around, right?
Yeah.
But in watching these videos and hearing him talk about
He's not talking to Amber.
no.
He's talking about a real woman.
Yes. So he's talking about the kind of woman he does. This is essentially like his like dating his like what was that show that was on back in the day, the Love Connection.
Yeah.
You know, this is like his Love Connection like dating profile video. You know, so you're right. So Amber and by the way, I know he's a big Britney Spears fan.
Yeah, well, I mean,
So I think
the fact that he edited Britney Spears' voice, I mean, that's a big thing right there. So
that's I think that's part of the fantasy.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Anyways. So all right, hold on. I had a couple more. I had one other time. One other timestamp on the next.
Hold on, is Amber outside the door like being held up by somebody? Like,
He edits it, but I don't think
I
so.
mean, like, where is Amber at?
All right, so I had one other timestamp. So this is a series
Okay.
of eight. Oh, by the way, look at the intros. He has like B-roll and like, I mean, it's good shit, dude. He's doing cool shit. I can't even hate on this.
Hey, I can't hate on squirrels, man. I love some squirrels.
I mean, look at this shit, man. It's cool. I know
Clouds and squirrels and geese.
he doxes himself here, shows his address.
No, where's he from?
He's from Dayton.
Guys, leave him alone. Don't go out and mess with him.
All right, so in this video, he's preparing for his first date with Amber,
Okay.
and it's going to be at his house, and he's going to cook dinner for her.
Okay.
And the most of the video shot is just him making this fucking.
Let me say something, guys. If he's not hurting anybody, don't fuck with him. You know what
Of
I mean?
course not. Of course. That
Don't
goes
fuck
without
with him.
saying, dude. We're having fun because this is wild.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, of course.
But obviously,
I mean, you could probably find this type of shit online everywhere.
of course.
There's probably all kinds of shit, but this is just close because it's a juggalo.
Yes.
It's in the juggalo
Yes.
community.
And that's why we're talking about it,
Yeah.
obviously. And that's why it's interesting. All right, so
But you could find like probably famous stories of shit like this.
Yeah.
Just Google it. You know.
So look, they have a date at his house. He makes her dinner. They have dinner. She helps him with the dishes.
a long time. And I enjoyed
And by the way, Crutch just made a funny reference I want to acknowledge. He said lowered expectations.
Was it that lowered expectation? What was that off
That was
of?
off of Saturday Night Live. dude.
Okay, I
That
know
was
the
like,
jingle. I just didn't remember.
that was like some Jack Handy shit. That jingle does remind me of that. That's so funny, dude. I'm glad you called that up. All right, so this is the timestamp I had. Hold
we
on.
were talking and laughing while I was doing the washing. And she did
Damn, she
something.
got the yams, bro.
Bro, she's fine.
She's got some yams, dog.
We decided to do two things.
I can see why I fell in love with her.
So we found out we did 4 things together. She did 2. She needed 2.
They each
and I
picked
needed
2 things to do for their date.
So I always let.
AKA, he picked
first.
4 things to do for their date.
Okay, one of them should have been banging.
Thank you.
Right? It's a sex
Believe
doll.
me, dude.
You call it a sex doll.
At the
Come
end,
on.
At the end of this video, I looked to my wife. I was like, and he didn't even fuck. She didn't even fuck him. After all that, she didn't even fuck him on the first date. Now that's a good lady. Don't get me wrong.
Well, come on. He's a bleeding heart. He's a romantic.
I know,
You,
and-
you don't fuck on the first date when you're a romantic.
You are right. You are right.
Come on now.
You are right.
Guys out there, you can learn something from him, okay? She may have the yams, but you ain't got to fuck on the first date, man. Just play it cool.
I will say this, man. He, if you were his real woman, I don't know if that's derogatory. I apologize if it is. If you were his real human flesh woman, he would treat you fucking like gold.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably would.
He really would.
Yeah.
Any ladies out there who would give this guy a real shot, I would hope that they're open to like a throuple, because I don't know if he's like he's proposed to Amber. She said yes at this point. So if a girl, if a
He's tied down now.
if a human flesh woman were to come into the picture, it would have to be a throuple situation.
Mm-hmm. Dude, you're tied down for life, man. And you know you're going to die first. Just remember that. She ain't going to die.
That's true. She'll move on. Dude, I'm gonna fucking find her and fuck
yeah,
Amber.
man. Just
I'm
remember.
just kidding, Vinny. I'm not gonna fuck Amber. I'm just kidding. Just a joke.
And when you get old, is she gonna be able to change your diapers? Let's be serious here.
All right, so look. this part right here blew my fucking wig off. What he says here.
All right, let's hear this.
Of you know.
You know. Wait, what?
Yeah, I
You
know.
called it you know?
Yes. Let me rewind it here. Hold on.
You called it you know.
I
Okay.
allowed girls go first. She
Here-
chose to play a game of you know cards. And,
All right.
we had a great time playing the game. So I decided, how about
Hold
we
on,
play
hold on,
it?
hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. Did she put you up to this? Did Amber put you up to that? Is that a gimmick?
Yeah, why do you gotta say the gimmick, bro?
What the
gotta
fuck,
do it.
dude? You know. You don't know shit if you're calling it you know. What the fuck is going on? Oh, man, look. Okay, now my whole perception of you has changed. Now I hate you and you deserve to die.
This is why I think this guy's retarded.
There-
I'm just kidding.
Look.
Look, I think
If
Vinny-
he doesn't know if he really thinks that you know, even if he accidentally slipped that out and called it you know, you would correct yourself. You'd be like, I mean, well, hold on, I mean uno, or you
Right.
would edit it out.
I think he truly doesn't know what it's called.
And that means
He's retarded. So watch what happens. So that was the first thing they picked to do for their date. Look at what the second thing they're doing for their date is.
all right.
Nintendo. And I represent her the game called Tecmo Super Bowl, the most greatest game that Super Nintendo has ever created.
And listen to what he keeps
Very
calling
first
it.
Version. This game that Super Nintendo has ever
Super
created.
Tendo.
Super
Very
Nintendo.
first version
Oh
of Tecmo
God,
Super Bowl.
dude.
I'm in love with the game. I love it. It's so hard for me to stop playing.
Oh.
Like the Pittsburgh Steelers, I played the Dallas Cowboys. But surprisingly, she beat me by one field goal at the last final second.
Damn, man, how long you been playing this
Field
game?
goal, it beat me. So the Steelers beat the Cowboys.
All right, hold on, pause it. Ninja with a pencil set. What do he say? He says. He just laughed. He said, "Imagine." Oh man, look. You can pronounce it any way you want. You know, hey, he pronounces Uno, you know, and he pronounces Super Nintendo, Super Tendo. It's okay, okay? That's the least of his problems. All right? Just the least of his worries here. He's got a freaking Amber, you seem like a cool chick. So I'm not going to You beat him. You lost at your favorite game
I know.
to a girl you just met. Wait, did he just meet her here at this
The previous week he met her.
Okay, so you've known her for 2 weeks and she already beat you at fucking. Come on, bro.
At Super Nintendo.
And then when we got done playing the Super Nintendo, she wanted to dance.
Slow dance, right?
Yes.
So I got a little moody with her, like a romantic type. Being really
Horny.
sweet.
Romantic, you don't say, really.
Horny is
So
what
I
you meant.
played some love music for me and her to dance.
Did you play Computer Love?
She loved
I wish he would play like My Kind of Bitch right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I played
I
some
put
love
on-
music and then him slow dancing to My Kind of Bitch.
Put on My Kind of Bitch, man. I'm telling you, she really just. Oh
Dude,
my
the
God, she loved it so much.
Oh,
and
the perfect
man,
song. The perfect song is Prom Queen. For what's happening right here, dude.
He's got to be connecting this shit. Does he?
I don't think so. He's literally doing Prom Queen.
He's like he's like the real. He really is the characters Jay is like embodying and writing about.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You're right. It's wild.
every second of it.
This isn't an act.
Her reaction
I don't think so.
was,
You've seen enough to know this is not an act.
I believe. Yeah.
And I was like, yes. And she loved every second of it. And
He's saying that for copyright reasons.
I honestly believe that she
Yeah.
was starting to
Super Tendo.
when I was
I get
looking
it,
for
man.
the,
Yeah, Nintendo's some fucking yeah. There's some ravenous beasts on that bullshit.
quicker than I expected. Then after we got done dancing, we decided to do one more thing, and I named the last thing. We sat down on the bed and we watched a movie. And we watched Twilight.
Hell yeah.
Movie of
It's a good
Twilight.
one.
And she never heard of it. She never heard of
She's never heard of it. How old is she?
And I was
That's
like,
what I'm
"Whoa."
saying, dude. Yeah, he even said that.
So I popped it in.
Fuck.
and
You might
we
want to check
watched
her
the whole
age,
thing.
man. Make sure
Watched
you're
it
good.
all.
Make sure she's of age,
And
homeboy.
I honestly believe I created another fan of Twilight. So for my results of the entire date, I would say that it was probably one of the best dates I ever had in a very long
Man, you know, I ain't gonna knock that, man. Like, look, dude, if you're happy because of this, if essentially this is a guy who can make himself happy.
Absolutely, dude.
I
Absolutely.
mean, think about that. How there's people that don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
There's people that don't know how to make themselves happy. They need, what do you call it? What's the word? They need reassurance. What's another word? They need something from other people to make them feel
yeah, I know
happy.
what you mean. I can't think of the word. Yeah.
I'm losing my words here, but yeah, they need someone to give them gratification,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
People need this from other people, or they're depressed and they're, this guy literally can just turn on a camera, get a sex doll, and like literally make himself feel love and happiness.
It's impressive.
Yeah, I
He's-
mean,
he's living his best life. Literally.
yeah, and I ain't gonna knock that, man.
Look, there's a lot of people that are probably of a similar mindset of this guy that sit in their fucking basement and sulk and hate their life. This dude, he got a solution.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
not,
man.
it's not the most elegant solution, but
Give it 20 years, dude, and he might upgrade this shit.
Yeah,
it might be virtual reality.
absolutely. He found what works for him.
Yeah.
There are I will say there's a lot of very creepy videos on KM_Amber if you want to follow her on Instagram. There's a lot of creepy videos of like where they do that thing where it's like they like rotoscope their face onto like a music video and like they're talking and shit.
Oh, jeez.
When he does that with Amber, it's kind of weird. But
I wonder if the AI is like doesn't know what to do because it's like not a human face, like a real human face, and the AI is like,
it looks pretty good. It looked pretty good. I also one last. This is not sex doll related, but I also want to show you the multi talents of this guy. He produces his own commercials to pitch to companies.
Really? Okay.
He records them and then he shows them to you.
So he's a bit of a savant in the production area.
Absolutely. Check this out. This is a commercial he made for McDonald's.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another video. I just did a commercial for McDonald's. Would you like to hear it? Here you go.
Do you know what I would like to have for lunch? A supreme seed bun topped off with pickles, shredded lettuce, finely chopped onion, American cheese with 2 100% beef patties.
Can't even hear it.
That sounds so good. That's not all. A soft steamed bun with American cheese along with McDonald's tartar sauce. Dive on a fillet of fish. Yay! It's delicious. Don't forget the $1 large Coca-Cola. For dessert, I would like to have a McDonald's McFlurry with Oreo cookie pieces mixed with a soft serve of vanilla ice cream.
I'ma keep it
It's
50-50
a
straight.
relief. Find a McDonald's nearby you and get yours today. Ba 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 ba. I'm loving it.
Hey man, he kept that Keebler. I ain't gonna lie.
What'd you think of that?
I loved it. Makes me want some McDonald's right now in my mouth.
This guy,
I want Amber to come over and feed me McDonald's.
I would love to meet these people. I would love to meet Amber. I'm fascinated by the idea. Like since watching it on Howard Stern, I can't lie, I've been fascinated with the idea of a sex doll in general. But the fact that someone would get a sex doll and have a relationship with it and make multiple Instagram accounts and YouTube, like the lengths at which he's going to bring us their relationship is that's what's fascinating to me.
So does he do you think he takes Amber to the McDonald's?
Yes.
Do you think he takes her to like the play set, like the play place?
Maybe, I don't know.
Does he like go down the slide with her?
He like sits behind her. She keeps getting stuck on the fucking
He's
slide.
like, come on, Amber, what are you doing? Come on, you scuffed your elbow.
He like throws her over shit. I don't know. He
Gets her a Happy Meal.
He took her bowling the other day.
Really?
Yep. He has videos of him and his friend, or I'm sorry, Instagram.
Like Amber Bowls?
I didn't see pictures of her bowling. But she was at the bowling alley with him and his friend while they were bowling.
Wow.
Man.
I'm sure there's a lot of those. I'm sure there's a lot of similar guys there that they're probably looking at Amber thinking the same thing. Like, oh man, she's pretty cute.
Maybe. Like the thought of like all of his friends like running a train on her makes me like makes me happy.
Look, I'm sitting here thinking the entire time, like he's putting on this front, right? That he's like this romantic and he loves her, and then he's got like a porn site, or he's on like you switch over and then like he's not gonna tell us, he's not gonna tell the Juggalo community, but he's got a whole nother fan base where he's like fucking the real doll, and it's like it's like a higher production. We're getting the shitty production. His like fuck streams are way worse.
I'm very happy you mentioned that. Somebody did in one of the comments. Hold on, let me see if it's in here. Oh, here it is. When is the OnlyFans? Amber responded. Coming soon.
Oh, Jesus. You know where it's going. Come on. You know where it's going. You got to butter it up first.
Man, I am 100% subscribing to that OnlyFans.
Okay, so hold on. This is my question. Maybe he was raised religious.
Okay.
And he thinks even if he's fucking a real doll, he's got this like complexes where it has to be like proper, and he's got to like get married to it and type of shit.
Maybe.
And then once
wait, hold on.
Then once that's out of the way, then
Are you suggesting he hasn't fucked it yet?
Maybe not.
Bro, that dude fucked it the second it pulled up, but the second FedEx dropped her
Are
off.
they married yet?
No. He just proposed on Christmas.
On Christmas. Okay, no, I'm going to say he hasn't fucked it yet.
There's no fucking
way. We got to
Dude, the FedEx pulled up, dropped her off at the fucking doorstep. He like
just jumped on the box.
Dude, he dragged it inside. He called off work that day. He dragged it into his bedroom.
He called off his McDonald's commercials. He's like, I can't make any McDonald's commercials today, guys.
He dragged it into his fucking bedroom and had his way with it all night long.
No.
Without a doubt, dude.
Vinnie Mac, I'm on team you. You're waiting till you're married.
No fucking way, dude. He is destroying that puss every night.
Why does this Amber thing look 16? It's probably 5. How old do you think? How long ago was that thing manufactured? Come on.
But I mean, the age of the product doesn't matter. It's the age it's portraying.
It's
right?
the age it's portraying.
How much?
You're right. You're right.
I think she looks like 20.
Yeah, you're right.
I think she looks of age.
I mean, she's got some yams.
Yeah. If I were to make a real doll, it would have much huger tits.
Yeah, it would have way bigger yams.
Much huger cakes.
It would have cakes. It'd have yams. I mean, like, come on, man. I want you know what? If I had a real doll, it's going to look like a gilf.
Yeah. Why not?
I want a big gilf with big, giant, saggy yams and cakes. Okay? So none of you motherfucks out there can say I'm a pedo, even with a fucking real doll.
Yes.
Or a sex doll, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, man.
Look, guys.
Let me ask you, would you ever fuck a sex doll? Like for real. If for some reason a brand new one came into your possession, it was at your house, you were alone, would you fuck it?
If it didn't talk back to me, no. I couldn't fuck anything unless it talks back to me. Yeah.
All right. I would certainly fuck it.
I gotta hear something, and it can't be in a fucking overdubbed Britney Spears voice.
I mean, come on, then. How do you jerk off then? Your hand doesn't make any noise. Shit. What's the difference? You're jerking off with at least something you can grab some pretend tits.
You're right. I mean,
I would like to grab some pretend tits while I'm fucking.
that's the
So you can slap its big rubber ass.
yeah, that's the gigantic forest that you dive into when you go start thinking about this shit. It's like, yeah, you're right. Like when you jerk off, you're essentially talking to yourself or thinking to yourself, and you're doing the same thing with a real doll.
Yeah. Oh man, I do have questions. Ninja with Pencil said, "We know he's a scrub. Maybe Amber was secondhand. I wouldn't be surprised." Like his homeboy was like done with her.
Like it doesn't come in like FedEx and bring it. Like some guy brought it in a truck.
He ordered off of Craigslist. Some dude came over like, here she is, and he's like,
Here she is. Give me my $2,500 and fucking let me get out of here as quick as possible.
oh my god.
You got to have what is it, 5,000?
I mean, I think brand new they're at least that. I think. I mean, it's not like I've ever looked up on their website or anything. How
So
much
you're saying it? You're saying Amber was,
Dude,
she was a half
Dude,
off.
My wife would. I asked. You know what I asked my wife? After watching those, I was like, "You want to start a throuple with a sex doll?"
Throw.
She's like, "No." I was like, "Why?" I said that. I was like, "Why?"
Why? I can only imagine, dude.
Oh God, dude. I mean, why not? Why not? Is my question.
I think you're Team Vinnie Mac, man.
I am.
I think you're more closer to his related to his thought process, his school of thought than you think, man.
Look, I'll be honest. Realistically, I could never like. If I was a single dude.
Let me ask you something.
No. Look, let me just say this.
Okay, go ahead.
If I was a single dude and like I was desperate, like, which is not saying Vinny is. I'm just saying if I were, that's like I would have to be desperate to even fuck a sex doll. But that's just me. But would I like research, buy, live with, like, and proudly fuck my sex doll? No. If I were a single man, had disposable income,
it would be like it'd be like your dark little closet. Like somebody comes over and is like, "Hey, where can I put this coat? I'll put it in the closet." Wait,
no, don't go in that closet. don't go in that closet.
They open it and like an arm falls out. And they're like, "Wait, what?"
And my life would be ruined.
Yeah,
but if I could secretly like tuck it up in the attic, it would get insulation
in the attic.
It would get covered in insulation and shit.
Imagine that. He's got a sex doll up in an attic, and there's like moonlight coming through a window, like hitting the sex doll, and it's sitting there like in the dark attic. That's like a horror scene, dude. That's like a fucking disturbing horror scene.
Would I do that? Yes, I would. Sure.
All right.
Why not?
All right.
Is my
Look,
question.
Get the fucking get the Book of the Dead. Take it up
shit.
there, fucking do a pentagram and fucking okay, bring back a demon to fucking possess the damn doll.
Of course. That's
And
the
then-
move.
That's your move. But I'll tell you what. If you say you would, I need you right now to beat off with this wooden hand.
I could not do that.
Okay, then I don't believe that you would fuck a sex doll.
Wait, hold on now. But the sex doll has like a fleshlight pussy.
All right, but you gotta eat. Okay, you gotta start. You know what I mean? You can't go straight to that.
Yeah, I could because
You gotta start at the bottom. Beat off with this wood hand.
The whole the whole point of buying a sex doll is so that you don't have to beat off with that. It's so that you have a more luxurious, man-made object to fuck. It's so that you have a more precisely designed pussy-like object to fuck.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, would you fuck a fleshlight? Like grab it and like fuck it? You wouldn't?
I don't know. I think I could do better with my own hand.
You could. Take it from somebody who's done both.
I mean, number one, I would never buy one. But if someone said, "Hey, here's a fleshlight. I'll give you $100 to try it." Okay, I'll try it.
Wait, no. What if I gave you a brand new one in the box? Like, here, take this fleshlight. Give me a review next week. You wouldn't be able to do that?
A review? What would the review? What would I get out of it?
I would just ask.
What would I get out of it besides nutting into a fleshlight?
Yeah, I would ask you like how you liked it, how it felt. I would ask you like if you were able to nut and how fast and how quickly.
I'm not. That's not off the table.
Okay.
It's not completely off
Okay.
the table, but you
All
know,
right, all
I'm
right.
just saying, like I could do better with my hand.
I'm not going to do that, but I'm just asking. Just out of hypothetical. Now, me like, I was gifted a fleshlight
Okay.
and I've used it.
By Nick.
Maybe. And I've used it. It was good. It was good. But hand does work better most of the time.
Okay, Gage says the 100th episode better be Fleshlight reviews. Well, I got to work up to that. It's going to be the wooden hand review first.
All right, listen. Yeah, we got to start with wooden hands, then fucking a towel in a cup.
A towel in a cup. A warm, wet towel in a cup.
Yeah. And then we'll work our way up to Fleshlight and then Sex Doll eventually. For the 200th episode, listen, we need y'all to buy several hundred more shirts. Several hundred Cartoon Nightmare shirts.
Yeah.
We'll be able to get all this.
Yeah, if these fucking things are $5,000. You guys got to start buying some shit.
I would literally like buy if enough people were to donate or buy shit.
Oh, Ninja!
I would commit to buying a Deck One Dealt sex doll. I mean, not because I want to, not because I want to fuck it when you're not here. Nothing like that. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding.
Look, I'm gonna say I'm with Ninja with a pencil.
What?
He says, let's spend half and get the lower half.
You could you can do that.
Yeah, you could make the top half with cheaply.
You could just like we could put the bottom half on Juggalo Jack.
Juggalo Jack, yeah.
We could just take their fucking Juggalo
Juggalo Jack's literally laying over there on a couch looking like he's ready to be fucked. We'll just take off his pants and put that bottom half on there.
Oh shit, that's so funny. He is, yeah.
Was it pre-used?
No,
or?
my flashlight was gifted to me by my wife. She knew I wanted one and bought me one.
No, she was like, yeah, I ain't gonna fuck. This gets me off the hook for a while.
Well, she knew I wanted one, you know. So hopefully she gets me a sex doll one day.
Man.
I don't think she will. I think sex doll is like at that point like the woman would get jealous.
Yeah, well here's the thing. Now here's the thing.
What?
If I came home with a sex doll and I was like Vinnie Mac with it, and my wife was like watching me, like fall in love with the sex doll, is that cheating?
That is the great question, isn't it?
Is that cheating?
I don't know. You could definitely emotionally cheat. I don't think physically. I don't think that's cheating because you're just you're just fucking plastic and rubber. But you could be like if you're like investing way more of your like mental energy into your relationship with your sex doll rather than your actual wife. Yes, I think at that point you're cheating.
Or at least it's grounds for her to be like, you know what, you're a fucking freak. I'm leaving you.
Yeah. Oh man, this is what I meant when I said I could spin in. I told Carver before the show, I was like, because we didn't talk about Vinnie Mac or Amber. I told him, I said, dude, I have something I'm going to show you on the show that I could literally spend an entire show talking about.
Yeah, I could spend an entire we can do like the next 100 episodes on this.
Just our show is now going to be a fucking Vinnie Mac and Amber review show. But they do live streams pretty often. I think they just did one last week.
We're gonna have to check up on Vinnie Mac.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We'll check up on him every few episodes or something.
I just discovered him within the past week, and I've personally like watched and consumed several of his content or his videos and content. But I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna hopefully finish the dating a sex doll series, and I'm gonna tell you more. I'll bring more clips if people.
I don't know. I'm kind of fascinated. I might just look it up myself.
Yeah,
now.
please do. I encourage everyone. I'm not bullshitting. I think he should be a fucking star, dude. He has star power.
Well, just his free of shame, bravery. Needs something,
Like, have you ever seen that show that was
I'm
like?
not gonna say put him in charge of like a, he could probably run a McDonald's.
Well, sure, but I agree with the first part of what you're saying though. He deserves recognition, and like, have you ever seen that show that was like there was a show on A&E or Discovery or TLC, one of those fucking bullshit channels that show dumb reality TV, like where it was about like obsessions, and there was some where like. There was like a lady who couldn't stop. What was it?
Wasn't there one where like
she couldn't stop eating cat litter?
No, there was one where she was eating chalk.
There's definitely that.
I
was
remember
one.
that one.
There was one though that a guy was in love with his car.
Oh God!
And that guy was actually. I watched it and truly
I do remember that.
I truly believe that guy was actually in love with his car.
And this is on the same level.
And he definitely fucked his car.
This is like on the same shit.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if those people can get like, nationwide recognition like that, like this dude is prime for that. And
Okay, where did he fuck the car?
I would imagine the exhaust.
I mean, is he like?
I would imagine you put your dick in the exhaust. You put like maybe you put like a fleshlight in the exhaust and fuck it.
Well, I mean, like
That's the
is
rear
he pulling
end.
out or what? I mean, come on, like. Don't clog up that exhaust, dude. I mean, like, how many times have you fucked in and are you pulling out? Is my question. And then after that, what's the gas mileage? How's the car running after that? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, after you put the fuel injector in it. Great question. So I think my whole point is like I think that what he's doing on his YouTube channel is a great like presentation for like a network to pick him up. I think he deserves to be rich and famous. I think he deserves to be worldwide known. I think
I'll give it that.
Amber and him should be superstars. And the Juggalo world needs to put him up on the pedestal he should be on.
Oh man,
He's no joke one of the most interesting
We need to get him
Juggalos.
at the gathering.
Absolutely.
We need to get him at the gathering, and unlike last year where the special seminar was just Jumpsteady, Jay, and Shaggy talking about their sex lives,
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck they're talking
Porn
about.
they watch.
It was boring, so I left.
Yeah.
You guys need to do a new one where you have him
Mm-hmm.
and Amber.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be fun. I would stick around for that.
She should be in the Miss Juggalette contest.
Oh man, dude. No, you're on some shit right here.
He does push her around in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
So would she be considered disabled?
yeah, exactly.
Disabled Juggalette should be winning contests.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right.
She's fine.
I could literally talk about Amber and Vinnie Mac all day. I know we're pushing the show here, but that was the main things I wanted to discuss.
Are we still
man. Like,
reviewing an album?
no, we're not doing it.
Oh, okay.
This is the catch up.
Say
show.
Jesus.
No, this is a catch up show. We'll
gotcha.
we'll pick an album and review that.
No,
next
we got
week.
it. This was a good one, man. This was a good topic. I was not expecting this, and it was pretty fascinating.
No,
So
I'm
thank
glad.
you.
I'm glad to deliver this to you guys. I mean, he does have a lot of subscribers and shit, so like he's doing fine. He has 2,000 subscribers. This is not my discovery, obviously.
Kissinger's Media.
Kissinger's Media is his YouTube channel.
Okay, I'm definitely going to fucking subscribe.
It's KISSINGER. Yep. He has look. Here's him meeting ICP at the gathering.
He met him. Wow.
He's a true down ass juggalo.
Did he tell Jay what was going on?
I don't know.
Did he tell Jay about Amber?
I don't know. He does. Let me see if there's a video. Oh, this is a video from the gathering of Here Comes the Carnival. Never mind. He was over near us, dude.
Oh man.
Look, we were over there, weren't we? Near him.
dude, I wonder if he's in our
One of our
video,
Maybe.
our montage video.
If I'd have saw Amber, there's no doubt in my mind I would have remembered that.
Dude, I saw a couple sex dolls that during the gathering.
Really?
Yeah, I was actually worried about them. One was hanging out of a tent, and I checked up on her and made sure she was doing okay. She wasn't, overdosing or too drunk. And then there was another guy like carrying a blow up doll, and he seemed a little forceful, so I was worried about her. So I went up on her and checked on her.
Okay, that's good.
You can see all this in our video.
Oh yeah, the Get Geeked
The
video.
Get Geeked video. Yeah, you see me checking up on these blow up dolls.
You're like, miss. Justin Manning said Louis J. Gomez went in on Kissinger. Now, Louis J. Gomez is a comedian I'm a big fan of, so I'm curious what.
Wait, what? A comedian has noticed him?
That's what I'm curious of. I'd like to
Huh.
know more about that specifically, Justin. So if you want to give me more details, I don't know what you mean. Like, if Louis has talked about him, I would love to watch that.
Yeah.
I do
send
know
that to me.
I do know the Legion of Skanks guys do often mention like juggalos and shit like that. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by that, but I would
mean,
like
we-
to.
We have a smorgasbord to pick from.
It's true.
That's why I love it.
So yeah, follow KM Amber. Follow. Let me get Vinny's.
Vinny
Instagram.
Matt Kissinger, man, look.
We love you. Bro.
Everything I said here tonight, don't take it personal, man. I'm fascinated by your channel. I will subscribe, and I'm going to watch. I'm interested to see the progression of you and Amber's relationship. And, I wish you the best. Honestly. I hope to see a wedding. I hope that the wedding is a great ceremony. You know, it's a wedding. Marriage is an institution. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but just know that this is going to be the person you're devoting your life to.
You're gonna be with her for the rest of your life. No one else matters, bro. So who gives a fuck what anyone says? I hope you don't take offense to anything we've said today. We've had fun because you gotta understand it's a crazy subject, but we have nothing but love for you, Vinny.
Nothing but love.
And Amber. Truthfully,
I'd like to meet her one day.
I would love to meet Amber. But I'll subscribe to the OnlyFans when it comes out. Let us know.
I think I go ahead and just show me some shit. I don't think I'm going to subscribe to that. But I am interested in the romantic relationship you have.
Very interested. It's fascinating. So, anyways, all right, everyone follow them. Check us out, too. Go to deck1delt.com and watch our videos and buy our stuff.
Buy our shit.
Follow us, consume. Pray for Violent J.
Yeah.
If you're into that.
Well, yeah, I mean, do that. I mean, hey, try it. Fuck it. Pray it. Whatever. I mean, don't hex them. Right?
Yeah, don't hex him.
Yeah, come on.
Please don't. If there's anything I can leave you guys with is don't hex Violent J. Please don't. Oh, shit, man. All right. You good? You want to wrap it up?
Bruh. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I think we're good to go.
All right, man. All right, well, we'll catch you all next time. We'll see you hopefully next week. Stay cool. All right, we'll shuffle out of here.
Beat off with the wood hand, y'all.
You sliding into the deck?
Slide it back into the deck, y'all. Slide the wood hand on your dick. I mean, back into the deck.